Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And today's video will be another theory video on the channel. And as you guys would have read by the title of this video, or as you guys would have seen from the thumbnail of this video, I will be theorizing about Nora West Allen and whether or not is she still alive due to the whole Bart Allen situation. And I'll be theorizing about whether or not will we end up seeing Nora West Allen anytime soon. So as of the time I'm recording this video, we are 5 episodes into The Flash Season 7, and we are obviously exploring the 4 different forces as the main storyline of the season, with the Strength Force, the Sage Force, the Speed Force, and the Still Force. And in the most recent episode, we have learned that Fuerza and Psych are just like the Speed Force itself. So they are also a cosmic entity which embodies the force which they possess. So Fuerza is obviously the user of the Strength Force, Psych will be the user of the Sage Force, and in next week's episode, we will be having Steadfast, who will be the embodiment or the user of the Still Force. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge for Team Flash to take them down, and going into episode 6 of the season, we will be exploring the Still Force. But while that was happening, we did also get the news of a new speedster who will be joining us during the 150th episode of The Flash Season 7, and will potentially play a major role going into The Flash Season 8 as well, that being Bart Allen. Now, I have done a video talking about the whole Bart Allen casting news and how he could play into the season. So if you guys want to check that out, I will put a card at the top right hand corner so you guys could obviously click on that and check it over there. But also it will be linked in the description down below, just in case you guys want to see this video first and then see the Bart Allen video afterwards. But once this news has dropped about Bart Allen appearing, people were wondering what would happen with the character of Nora West Allen. I thought this would have been a very interesting topic to talk about, which is why I'm obviously doing a video on it. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. So obviously earlier this week we got the news that Bart Allen would be joining us for The Flash Season 7, which it was just crazy because it was just so unexpected. I cannot wait to see how Bart plays into this season and what his role would be going into the 150th episode of The Flash. Now, as I said, it probably has something to do with the whole Godspeed storyline if he is the main antagonist for the back half of the season from episodes 12 to 18. And maybe the reason Bart appears has something to do with, Godspeed being from the future so he could help take Godspeed down. I'm not entirely sure. But while this news broke, we got the announcement saying that Bart Allen was not going to be the grandson of Barry Allen like he was in the comics, and instead he would be the son of Barry and Iris for the show. This was then changed like a couple of hours later after this news broke, and some news outlets said that he will actually be playing the grandson of Barry and Iris like he is in the comics. He will not be the son of Barry and Iris, which was first reported. And this, as you would expect, generated a lot of confusion amongst the fandom until it has officially been confirmed that Bart Allen will be the son of Barry and Iris. He will not be the grandson of both Barry and Iris. But what does this mean for Nora? Is she officially erased from existence? Are they setting up their own spin of the Tornado Twins? What is going on over here? Now, when I first saw this news, I thought Nora was just erased from existence, and that she's no more, and Bart Allen was simply a post-crisis replacement for Nora. Now, that could have made sense, because obviously during the Season 5 finale, we saw Nora ending up changing the timeline after the Cicada's dagger got destroyed, and then once Thawne was freed from prison, that basically ended up erasing Nora from existence. So you could simply say, okay, Nora was erased from existence, she no longer exists, and post-crisis, Bart Allen is the new child of Barry and Iris. So you could have simply went with that. However, while I was rewatching one of the scenes, it turns out Nora still exists post-Crisis. So during The Flash Season 6, Episode 14, titled The Death of the Speed Force, we had Barry and Wally arguing about the death of the Speed Force and how it's impossible for it to die since the Speed Force is an infinite source of energy. Now, during their conversation, Wally says the following: "Barry, you don't get it. We are all connected. When I used to talk with the Speed Force, sometimes it used to show me visions of different futures. There was always one thread in common. There was always a speedster that would pick up our mantles like a chain of lightning stretching through centuries. I saw my kids running with their kids. I saw Nora." So the fact that this episode took place post-Crisis and Wally specifically mentioned Nora during this conversation shows that she has not been erased from the timeline or whatever. She hasn't been erased from existence. She is still alive and she still exists and will still be Barry and Iris's daughter. Now, whether or not will she be the same Nora we met during season 5, that's a whole new topic. Because you would expect Nora to still have some similarities since it's still the same person, it's still Nora. However, this time post-Crisis, Barry never vanished, meaning Nora would always have her father to train her, meaning she never ends up working with Thawne in the first place. So pretty much this makes the whole season 5 storyline different. So although we could expect Nora to still have some similarities, she won't be the same Nora which we met during season 5. She will have those similarities still, however she will be significantly different to the Nora we met during season 5 as well. But Nora is still there, we know that for sure, meaning Bart Allen appearing is not some sort of a replacement for Nora or whatever it is. Bart Allen as well as Nora West Allen still exist in this timeline. Now, the thing over here is that we have Bart as the son of Barry and Iris, but also we have Nora West Allen as the daughter of both Barry and Iris. So what they could end up doing over here is that they could use these siblings and they could potentially end up doing their own spin of the Tornado Twins. Now, who are the Tornado Twins? Now, in the comics, the Tornado Twins are speedster twins of both Barry and Iris. However, the only difference is in the comics, these twins consist of Dawn and Dawn Allen. But what I think is going to happen over here is that the show will do their own take of the Tornado Twins with both Nora as well as Bart Allen. I think that would be very, very cool to see. Now the thing over here is that where would Nora be when Bart goes back in time to the 21st century to meet our version of the characters? As Bart will be there during the 150th episode of The Flash. He will be there in the 21st century in present day running with The Flash. But where is Nora? So I could see them taking this into two different ways. First thing being, however Bart plays into the season, for the sake of this video, let's say it's to help Barry take down Godspeed. So that happens, but maybe something happened to Nora in the future, which leads to Bart going back in time and asking for help. Now, despite this being a pretty interesting storyline, I doubt that will happen. The more likelier option over here is that while Bart goes back in time to do whatever he needs to do, that doesn't mean the future is safe from any sorts of threats whatsoever. So, while Bart does his business in the 21st century and meets with our characters during the 150th episode and possibly plays into season 8 as well, Nora in the year of 2049 would still be doing her own thing. She would still be a speedster, being a superhero and basically saving Central City and stopping threats in the future. I would say that would be the most likeliest option to happen over there. Now, if they were to name drop Nora or anything like that, that would also be the easiest way to do so. So like, let's say Iris asks, oh, what happened to Nora or something like that. Maybe Bart could go, oh, okay, she's in the future and she's basically doing her superhero stuff while I'm here. That could be a way out, and that's how they could explain Nora and Bart being separate during the 150th episode. Now, will we ever end up seeing Nora again? Yes, but not during The Flash Season 7. All of which I have talked about during this video is evidence that Nora is still alive, meaning there's always a possibility of us ending up seeing Nora. Obviously, as I said, it won't be the same Nora from Season 5. She will be significantly different due to Crisis and its timeline changes, but she is definitely around. We do know that she is around, and I don't think we will see her in the 150th episode with Bart either. I think Bart will just be there separately, but there will definitely be references of Nora which show that she is still around. I think that is a huge possibility, but I definitely don't see her coming this season, possibly season 8, because I do not think Bart will stay all the way through if he was to play a major role during season 8 as well, because he will also have to be eventually sent to the future. But Nora is still alive, so there's always a possibility of us seeing her in the future. I just don't think it will happen for The Flash Season 7. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below whether you guys enjoyed this explanation and theory. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.